The internet is flooded with amazingly detailed guides for creating an SEO strategy to match the SEO trends of the moment. So tip of my proverbial hat to those sites. This is not one of those guides. I pride myself on being fluff-free and getting done. This is why I'm about to give you only the briefest theoretical overview of an SEO plan and its benefits, because what I really want to do is walk you through an actual sample SEO strategy. Why? So you can see what a workable SEO plan looks like. And heads up, there are a few references to more information in the supporting blog post so that we can stay on topic. You are listening to the Small Business Sweet Spot. I'm Barb Davids, and this is the podcast for fluff-free, actionable, and trusted SEO and content marketing strategies to help you get more website traffic and grow your business. The goal of an SEO strategy hasn't changed since its inception. A strategy's job is to define how organic traffic is driven to a website and to convert that traffic into clients. It describes how you plan, create, organize, and distribute content to make this happen. What has changed over the years are the ways search engines rank, return, and reward websites. As a result, the way that you build your strategy to gain organic traffic has also changed. Here's what a solid SEO strategy does for your business. It saves you time because you're not second-guessing what content is worth your energy and budget. It helps you understand your SEO competitors and how to outrank them. It attracts the right traffic to your site so that your visitors are more likely to convert. And it helps you understand your audience and know where they're hanging out. So that's what we're going to create right now. You can go to compassdigitalstrategies.com/EP29, episode 29, to grab a copy of the template of the strategy you are about to hear. Here's some notes about this strategy, though, for context. It's been written from the perspective of a social media coaching service business. So if this is you, you're in luck. You may not have to do anything or much work at all. If you're in a different industry or profession, I'll explain each pillar so that you end up with a business-specific strategy. Which brings me to the structure, which is there are 3 pillars in this SEO strategy plan: describe, distribute, and decide. And you might not have an answer for every section inside of each pillar. That's okay. Sometimes these evolve and get filled in later. Each pillar builds on the last, so try working on these as we go through them. This will help you identify any gaps that you may want to think about or dig into further. So pillar 1, describe. This pillar outlines your goals, your audience, and your messaging. So goals being, what are your objectives? Be very focused here. Pick a couple of goals for this particular part of the SEO strategy because any more than 2 can feel a bit overwhelming. Your goal might be finance-based, so you want your website to contribute a specific dollar amount to your bottom line each month, or it might be lead-driven. You need to create a certain number of new client leads each week, month, or quarter. The example from the template is increase client base by 20% in the next 6 months. Whatever the goal, the idea is to link it to your business's overarching goal. Next, ask, what do you want your visitors to think, feel, and do? So first impression, what initial impact do you want your website to make on the person visiting? What impression will they have of your business? As someone explores your site, how should they feel as they read it? Should they feel excited, confident, reassured? You can aim for multiple reactions. Example from the template is 4 pieces. 1, realize that my expertise could help them with getting more sales. 2, feel a sense of FOMO by not working with me. 3, feel empowered by what they could accomplish by working with me. And 4, take steps to explore my content, join my free monthly webinar, sign up for my newsletter, and connect with me on Instagram. What do you want people to do? Link this action to your main objective for this part of the SEO plan. You might want people to email you, sign up for something, download a thing, sign up a meeting, or even give you a phone call. Next part of this is to identify what are your audience's primary needs. Did you happen to hear my episode with Billy Broas on the art of successful marketing? For this portion of your SEO strategy, I highly recommend first reading his book, Simple Marketing for Smart People. Then come back and finish this part of the pillar for defining your audience and your messages. Pillar 2, distribute. Now, building on the information you've just identified around your goals, your audience, and your messages, next is focusing on your content topics, the media you'll create, where you'll publish your content, and how the work will be promoted. First up is substance. So what details or topics will your content reflect so it aligns with your goal, audience, and messages? Your answer to this helps you decide what you're going to write about and talk about that's useful to your audience and fulfills your goal. Basically, it's figuring out how to demonstrate ways to alleviate your audience's challenges. An example from the template is building a social media strategy, increasing engagement, and converting followers into customers, conveying the impact of effective social media management. Next is distribution channels. So once you've created your content, how are you going to share it with the world? And I have a whole article about choosing your channels for content distribution. I'll link that into the episode supporting blog post. But here's the short version. Finding the right channels means showing up where your target audience will be looking for your answers you can provide. This might be one social media platform over another, it might be podcasting, or it might be email marketing. It could even be through offline advertising. The example from the template is blog, Instagram, TikTok, newsletter, and then it has Google Ads with the idea of maybe later for Google Ads, and then have LinkedIn, but not a focused right now. Next is the style of the messaging, the writing tone and the visual tone. So your tone of voice and brand voice falls under copywriting, and it involves summarizing how your business's voice should sound, such as upbeat, playful, straight talking, rebellious. There's a lot of choices. But aim for a tone that reflects your brand values and the essence of your services. For the visual tone, this includes your logo, your images, and how they look and feel. Another question to ask in this area is, will you use stock images or original images? And what sort of colors will your brand have? Here's a pro tip. When it comes to SEO, authentic images will generally outperform stock images as a source of fresh, genuine, trustworthy insight into you and your business. Check out episode 20 for more on this subject around images and SEO. The example in the template is writing tone is empathetic, lighthearted, your go-to favorite aunt, or aunt, depending on how you pronounce it. The visual tone is bright, sunshiny day. Okay, who's singing the song Bright Sunshiny Day now? Because it's totally in my head. All right, moving on to promotion. How will you amplify your content's visibility? How will you get out there more and get in front of more people? This may largely depend on the size of your network, your marketing budget, your PR experience, and available time. One example is through a paid advertising campaign. You can also get it cross-posted by encouraging anyone you featured or linked or mentioned inside of the article, or even like-minded businesses to republish it. You might even pitch the core idea of your content as an episode for a podcast. My advice with promoting your content is to experiment. Try a couple of methods at a time to see what gets you the most traction. And remember, what works one time might not work the next. This is where tracking your efforts helps you make informed decisions about your content's best promotional options. Example from the template is boosted posts, Pinterest ads, and earned media. Next portion of this pillar is cadence. Once you've decided on your distribution channels, figure out how many times a week, month, or quarter you'll show up there. An example from the template is newsletter, weekly, first Tuesday. Blog, once a month, first Monday. Instagram, 3 times a week minimum. TikTok, 2 times a week minimum. And lastly, pillar 3, decide. The first 2 pillars give you the focus and direction. This third pillar takes care of the practicalities involved in activating your SEO plan. First, we'll look at governance. So what resources, like time, money, tools, team, are needed to realistically manage this strategy? My experience is that most solo-owned service-based businesses need to find the budget and the time to sign up for online software and tools that will help them create and manage their content. Okay, side note, I am a tool geek. I love me a useful tool. I'll put a link to my list that I've been adding to over time of tools I personally use, have used, or even review if it's been highly recommended. Some of these are affiliate links, and I earned a small commission at no additional cost to you. Side note, from business owner to business owner, this is a nice passive way to earn a little extra income to pay for our multiple operational subscriptions. Okay, back to governance. Make sure you include all of these as resources when mapping out your strategy. And side note, again, it is okay if you're not exactly sure what you'll need right now. Sometimes the resources required only become apparent as you start putting things into practice. An example from the template is a tool to schedule posts, a copywriter for editing, Canva for visuals, and a videographer/photographer for brand photo sessions quarterly. And the last part of this pillar is measurement. So what to measure? How effectively do your calls to action prompt people to do what you want them to do? An example from the template is join monthly free webinar or sign up for the newsletter. And also how to measure it. So which metrics can help you measure these goals over time? The example from the template is ranking for social media coach for copywriters to position 1 in search results, free webinar signups, and the newsletter open rate and click-through rate. Answering these questions will help you decide what you'll track in Google Analytics and Search Console. I'll put a link for this for more information inside the supporting blog post. Now, if the thought of putting the strategy to work is giving you the creeps, then simply reach out and you and I can chat about getting the support and accountability you need. Here's the one takeaway. A solid SEO strategy saves you time and money because you're not second-guessing what content is worth your energy and budget. It also attracts the right traffic to your site, so your visitors are more likely to convert. And that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for more episodes to help your business thrive online. See you in the next sweet spot. Cheers. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're looking for SEO and content marketing help, you can find all kinds of information at compassdigitalstrategies.com. And if you like the episode, please tell a friend. Cheers.